Hey, welcome back to Business 101, Introduction to Business. And in this series of videos, we're going to look at the topic of information technology. And this will be our module number 11. As you can see here in this first lecture, we simply want to ask the question, well, what is information technology? What is it? Why should we pay attention to it? What are some of the impacts and implications? And we'll look at that in this video and future videos as well. But let's get started. What is information technology? Well, the textbook's definition, you can see here, information technology can be defined as the appliances, devices, software, and networks for creating, storing, exchanging, and using information in diverse modes, including visual images, voice, multimedia, and business data. Now, at the outset, when you think of the term information technology, you can at the surface look at it as, well, it's technology to help us obtain, parse, and easily have access to information. And therein lies the power, because of all the potential uses for information if we can deliver and receive the right information, the accurate information, in a timely way that is useful to us for any set of business purposes. And that really is the power of information technology, making all of those things accessible to the right user at the right time in a convenient place. This is the power of IT. And as a result, the world we work in depends on information technology. You already know this. You already know that our work, our leisure, the things we buy like food and clothing and everything else, all of these are shaped, enabled, and profoundly influenced by information technology. Not only the technology we have today, but the technology that is coming up and that we'll have for tomorrow. Already, IT has enabled what we call e-commerce, the use of the internet and other electronic means for retailing and business-to-business transactions. This, by the way, is where you get these two acronyms that you may have seen before, B2C, referring to business-to-consumer relationships and transactions, and B2B, which is business-to-business relationships and transactions. In fact, the world we work in relies upon this entire suite, this vast array of powerful, all-pervasive, almost all-powerful, omnipotent tools at our disposal. In fact, we rely upon them so heavily, we only really notice them when they're not working for us, when we're not able to complete a transaction, when something goes wrong. That's how deeply we rely and are influenced by and have things enabled in our normal lives by IT that surrounds us at every corner, at every turn. One of the results of this all-pervasive influx of IT into our lives is it has disrupted and changed enormous amount of our marketplaces, our transactions, the way that we think and look at the world around us, especially the business world around us. As you can see on this slide, the disruption that IT always promised, well, that disruption is not in the future, it's already arrived. Consider, the world's largest taxi companies don't own any taxis. The world's largest accommodation provider owns no real estate. The most valuable retailer has no inventory. Now, these, of course, can refer to these first three, Uber and Lyft, Airbnb for accommodation real estate, Amazon or Alibaba, the most valuable online retailers. Let's keep going down. The most popular media owner creates no content. That might be Facebook, now owns YouTube. The largest movie houses own no cinemas. Apple TV, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. The largest software vendors don't write the apps. The Android store, the Apple iTunes store. And as a result, Disruptive innovation has delivered enormous billion-dollar companies to us like Netflix, Amazon, Google, Airbnb, Uber. You know the names. These services have become part of our everyday lives that we rely upon. All of this enabled by technology that really didn't even exist just a few decades ago. Our world is changing. Information technology, in large part, is responsible for that. And so, as future business leaders, it's incumbent upon us to get a better understanding of what is information technology. I hope you're excited for this series of videos. We'll see you in the next lecture.